Greetings, Coben here, and I do apologise if my voice sounds a bit different. I am running noise removal via my RTX 3060 12GB graphics card that kills the notorious background fan, and also have modified some settings on my microphone, so it may sound a little bit different. But it's the same old Coben you know and love. Well, I hope so. Anyway. So pretty much we've got victory bells here on the screen, and I'm basically just going to do a brief overview of what I feel is just meh in some regards to the computer, to the game, because quite frankly, after playing it and talking to my friends about it, it feels like a massive tabletop RPG turned into a mobile game, and I've never played a tabletop RPG. It just feels way over the top for me and overkill. So yeah, we're going to just take a little bit of a deep dive, I guess, and I'm going to provide my thoughts. And if any of the devs of the game are watching this and want to get in touch with me, they can do. If you can, feel free to poke me on Discord or whatever. I'm more than happy to share ideas and provide a bit more reasoning. But a lot of this stuff is just personal gripes that I've got with the game. I understand that making a game is difficult, and your first year of actually doing a game is actually the most brutal for you, because it's within the first year. If you can't survive the first year, or if you're surviving on a whim... Wait, what? Did the music just, loop? Okay, it just changed track randomly. Must have had a bit of a loop error, but anyway. But yeah, like I said, the first year is the hardest for the year, because year for the game. If you don't do it right the first year, well, your game can either A, be a silent sleeper that it becomes a hit later down in its lifespan, or it just sinks in this case, due to the fact that, lack of interest and, or didn't meet sales expectations or whatever the case, So we have the war screen, which apparently is the meta, and it influences story and all that stuff, which I don't really care. I thought this game was going to be more, enemies, you shoot them, but no, apparently there's some huge backstory, which is I need a PhD to understand. And all what you do in the game kind of influences the storyline and everything. And how the hell is the Italians #1? I don't know. This is rigged. Anyway, so sortie menu is pretty much gives you the whole, go to the world. Yeah, it gives you a globe, which is nice. I like the globe idea. It's downloading or something with all the data. I don't know what game engine this uses. I thought it was like a Unity engine or something, but the boot's too fast for Unity engine. So maybe it's another contraption or something like that. I actually will probably dig through the Android version. I can't do it on iOS, but I will probably grab the APK for Victory Bells and probably dig into it just to see what it is. Because I like to explore things. I like to figure out what games are using for engines, and if it's not Unity, well, that's power to them, that sort of thing. Yeah, other than that, you have a nice little...
This place feels right and warm.
So you tap on that, and you tap in there, and go in there, gives you all the stuff. I will demonstrate one thing that I don't like straight off the bat. So let's go into the battle.
This is what we've been training for, people.
Already going to complain about. If you guess the battle HUD, you are right. I really do. I hate this design. What I recommend doing: get rid of the top and the bottom bars of your fleet. No one needs to know what you got. I mean, you can easily turn this into little small boxes next to the HP bar that says, I'm a battleship, I'm a battle cruiser and stuff like that, or I'm a light cruiser, or I'm a DD, that sort of thing. Because quite frankly, it just takes up more space down there. I also said that on iOS, apparently the pause button is down the bottom, whereas on Android it's at the side. which is interesting. But I honestly would think get rid of those two bars at the top and the bottom, make left and right panels, put the ship's name and the HP and maybe some extra stats, maybe like the what it is, like a DD or a CL or something in those panels, and have the orb still, but just remove the little like wings or whatever underneath it, because you will find when we let me go to 2 times. See how the rate of fire decrease there overlaps on top of the text? It's really annoying because when you are getting pummeled or you're pummeling the enemy, it gets really hectic with a lot of shit popping up, and you don't know if your ship is going to be on only down to 500 health, or they're surviving. Like sometimes, for instance, let's say Recruit, she gets a lot of shit at her, and she's tanking the hits, but the whole messages are all popping up all over her, and it's really hard to tell, is that 422 or is that 3,422 health, that sort of thing. Also, some of the enemy artwork, like I just paused, just what is that? I mean, I know it's a girl, but it doesn't look corrupted. I mean, she's just probably a evil version of a ship, but I mean, come on, you look at the abscissals in Tenru. No. You look at the abscissals in Cancol, they are much more corrupted, because I mean they're the ones that have been sunk in lore wise. It's been apparently corrupted ships in the past that have been turned into abscissals. So I'm just going to speed that up again. But the other thing I should say is that the voices for the Morganas is, as I'll quote my friend on this, they've taken the microphone, shoved it down the voice actress's throat, and auto-tuned it to 11. So yeah, sometimes you can make out what they're saying, but sometimes it's like, and then you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, that sort of thing. Thank God for 8 times speed.
Good.
Okay, she drowned.
Well done, everybody.
Alright, so that's pretty much that. I'll get past this and I'll go back to the whole things. Excuse me. The docks or whatever they're called.
Are you?
That's the other thing, is when you launch torpedoes and they don't have any hit, it shows the other side there. It's kind of weird because, I mean, you're launching torpedoes, they're not going to hit straight away.
Well done,
but it still
everybody.
shows the girl there, the enemy, on that. I don't quite understand that. Probably just reusing the same animation, but, just only... Dead.
Good job, Captain. What?
Okay, so that's the battle thing there. I'm going to exit out of that. The other thing, what was it? Australia does it... Piss off. Oh, the bug reporter still doesn't work. I tried it the other day. Well, when I first tried it and reported on my Twitter, it didn't work. It said that it could not send the message. I tried again, and it still said it could not send the message. So I don't know what was going on with that. Where's Japan on this thing? Oh, yeah, Australia exists. Checkmate, people who said Australia doesn't exist. Checkmate. We do exist. Up yours. Japanese spear. If we go
Not the
here...
friendliest waters I've ever visited.
I don't know where the
Not the
ports are.
friendliest
Okay,
waters
so the
I've ever
ports here,
visited.
you actually have to do the ports before you enter. You can't, if you, and this is kind of clunky because you would go to a port on the map, and if you don't have diplomatic ties with that, which you have to do prior to entering that, then the game doesn't let you, use that for R&R and recovery and everything like that. So it's it sucks, but I guess that's just how it is. Look at that. So we'll go from there. I've upgraded that, but I don't really care. So we're going to the fleet. The only thing I got with the fleet is just the art style the art is very nice, but the consistency is all over the place. Like, look at Bulldog. She's, well, got a British thing, but if you look at other ships that are in her class, they will be completely different designs. Whereas the Fubuki in Kankola, the Fubuki class, is very similar for each of the girls. Has very similar designs. The only downside is Mirakumo, who has a completely different outfit. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some water. Okay. Just had to lubricate my throat because it was freaking dry from doing like 30 minutes of recording earlier before doing this out of the last take. So yeah, I understand that all the characters do that, but when I talk to my artist, because I eventually will probably be making a ship girl game, I will be asking them to have some consistency for the different characters in the classes. Like you look at Negato and Mutsu. I'd have them probably the same design for both of them, but slightly different to represent the different ship features, that sort of thing. But hey, that's what I would do. I can't tell the devs what to do of Victory Bells, but I will say that's probably what I will do for my own thing. Probably give away a bit of intel, but fuck it. That's what I would do. Some of the designs are pretty good. Some of them are a bit meh, but overall, I like the artwork design. Inventory is a bit of a mixed bag, but I did see a picture, a beach ball representing a pack of cigarettes. I know you probably couldn't have the picture of cigarettes as the icon because it would probably represents smoking and stuff and will be frowned upon on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, but it is what it is. So inventory space is relatively nice, but it also has all the stats, and that brings me to the next thing. I don't give a shit about the stats. When I equip an item in like Cancol, I look at the stats and say it's because Cancol has a similar to an RPG mechanic where you have points that says, plus 20 in attack, 5 torpedo, -2 in speed and all of that stuff. So it makes me think, okay, do I want to go heavy but have the reduced speed, or do I want to go less hit but more chance of survival, that sort of thing. Whereas with this, look at all the stats. And traits, what the hell are they? The guns become sentient because they've got traits. I don't know. But I know I can equip that gun on a DD, and it basically capsizes the DD because, too heavy for the DD. And just for argument's sake, where's, let me go to the fleet. Where's Bulldog? I'll demonstrate. Two point, yeah, she's way, over heavy, but, the game lets me do that. I could put it in the game, I could do that, but, I'm not gonna do that. Dry dock is pretty self-explanatory, although 500 prestigious, probably a little bit expensive for the items, even though they do unlock. I mean, the two of the R&D and production, they do. Excuse me. Bloody yawning. They do unlock at headquarters level 15. And that being said, I really wish there was a progress bar up here that would tell you what your level was for how much EXP. I mean, it tells you what the level is, but I mean how much remaining EXP you have to have in regards to actually, progress into the next level and all that stuff. I believe that works in Canco and Canco Arcade, and I think Azure Lane does, and also Blue Oath. Those are the 4 games that I know of that do it. Victory Bells. That's a free idea for you developers if you're still listening. The music just cuts out on the library story, which is the story page. Sorry, which is what it is, but that's okay. The bells, you have all the different stories. I've been reading Tenrus, I've been reading Zulus and Bulldogs. And also notice it's it got no little thing above the U on Tenru there. It's been chopped off. Whereas at other places, she actually has that little, I forget what it is. Someone in the comments, please tell me what the little thing, like the little bar across the U is. It's what they use when they do, translating from Japanese and want to just format it to have just a U with a line above it. I always put like 2 U's because that's the way I'm used to seeing it, but other developers even Wargaming does the same thing, and a lot of Asian players were upset about it, and we had a mod that actually corrected all the incorrect grammar. And presentation of strings and stuff. So that's understandable, but Tenuru's story is pretty annoying. Annoying in the sense that, yeah, she's a stuck-up bitch. Definitely not like my Cancol Tenru. Yeah, so, that's cool and all. Story-wise is
What are we getting today, Captain?
The shop is self-explanatory.
Anything interesting in there?
Spin to win. And I got crap, so GG. I don't really care. But loot boxes are bad. Yeah, well, works in the thing. Oh, the other thing is the good thing about the game is it does actually tell you what you potentially could get, which is good because by law you have to disclose the odds. Well, actually, it doesn't tell you the odds; it just shows you what's available, but it doesn't show you the percentage rates. By law, in some countries, you have to do that, otherwise you can get fined for gambling. Well, loot boxes is gambling, but it's more just the fact that you don't show you haven't told the odds, and that is you don't know if you're just buying into like 0.0001% of a super rare item or anything like that. So, you have the prestige. I feel this is a little bit pricey for what you get. $2 for 100 prestige is, yeah, I guess it's understandable, but I would honestly make it like 99 cents or something for $1 for 100, and then $2.60 for the other ones like that. That's just me. I will have to look into monetization for my projects. It's not something I really want to do, but I've got to make cash somehow. And then you have all these, bundles and stuff. Costumes, which are rather nice. Fog Demon and stuff like that. Resources, pretty stock standard like Cancol. I'll have to edit that out because that's one of my parents' texts. Can't have that. personal barracks upgrades. Yeah, that's cool and all. Diplomacy. That's cool. And memberships where you can buy like a subscription and go from there. So. And
What are we getting today, Captain?
So that's understandable. I feel that some of the stuff could be refined, but I know last time when I actually did like the first take of this, then I actually had cases where I thought I saw the pricing was like really high for some reason, and then it's dropped down unless I'm just thinking of something else. But yeah, it is what it is. But and the logbook is basically just.
Minor electrical fire in the radio room, Captain. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, cool. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much all well. It's a decent game. I honestly view that. I do wish the developers would have a good run with it. It's going to be hard for the first year, but I do hope it has success. I'll give this another look in probably 3 to 6 months. See how it's progressed, but I know it's still rough around the edges, and the developers were trying to have a bit of a perfect game, air quotes, mentality when releasing it. And let me just say this: that's poison. There's no. It's very hard to make a perfect game. Make your adjustments. Listen to your players' advice. Because sometimes the time developers might think they have the best plans for their games, but no, someone else in the community says, hey, you could make it 10 times better if you do it like that, and the developers could just take that idea and go, oh, okay, we'll give them credit, and bam, even better game than just go, oh, we want to do it this way, and we'll have it this way, and, well, everyone's screaming, saying, hey, look, you could make this much better. If you do it this way, but the developers are just blinded by their own greed and incompetence or anything like that. But I'm not saying they are incompetent or anything like that, but I'm just saying that's what happens. But other than that, thank you again for watching the video. I do hope this game goes well, and yeah, leave a like if you like this video. Oh, one last thing, I do wish there was a breathing effect on the ship girl there. I also wish there was some sort of office mode where you could have, I don't know, even if it was 2D and something like that, have like a little virtual office, and Bulldog was, something like Can Cole's interface where you have the girl on the right and you have options on the left, or even, just bits and pieces, maybe have a customizable room and she's just standing there. I don't know. But, yeah, I do wish there was some breathing effect, because now it just looks like a static PNG. But other than that, like I said, leave a comment and like if you like it. Optionally subscribe. I will probably be doing more stuff later on. And I'll give this probably another look in 3 to 6 months. And like I said, if the developers want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Discord. But other than that, this is me, Coburn. Take care. Enjoy the game if you're going to keep playing it, but for me, I've got to put it to bed. So, I'll catch you around. Stay safe.